Good morning everyone. Welcome to the official YouTube channel of Offices at 24/7. So before starting the session, do let me know, am I audible? And also do let me know, how are you all? So this is our session regarding PPB, principles and practices of banking. As you know, every day we are having the particular topic questions to practice your module A for the PPB. If I talk about the principle and practices of banking, this is the biggest subject of your JIB, and this is your paper 2. The paper 1 is Indian economy, Indian financial system. The paper 2 you have is your PPB. So PPB have biggest syllabus. It have 55 units. All the 4 subjects have 4 modules, but the units are different here. So in the PPB you have 55 units, and trust me, it have a biggest syllabus, but still this subject is kind of a subject that makes you feel that you are easily able to do this particular questions or do this particular subject. You can easily cover this subject, or you can have good marks in this particular subject, and that's what actually bankers are thinking, and that's what actually we as a mentor also thinks, that because the PPB, principles and practices of banking, is a subject that you guys are actually doing practice on. So you guys are already practicing certain theoretical banking in your practical life, like the certain instrument. When you read about the instrument, you are doing practical on that. You are performing NEFT, RTGS transaction, you are doing check clearance, you are doing promissory note, bill of exchange, factoring, forfeiting. All these things you are doing in the practical life, in the practical banking. But the difference is that sometimes the practical banking and the theoretical banking differs from each other, and when it differs, so we have to find out the difference between the both, and we have to understand like what should be there when you are going to answer the particular question and what you are actually doing in your branch. Let's say, for example, if I talk about, you have gotten a check in which the amount in words and figures are different. Now what you are going to do? The first case is that practical banking says that you will dishonor that check. You won't make the payment of the check and you dishonor that check, you return that check unpaid to the drawer. But the theoretical banking says that if there is a difference between amount in words and figures on a check, then you can take words as the right amount and you can make payment to the pay. You can make payment to the pay. But this is different. What you are doing in the practical banking, what you are doing, what the theoretical banking is saying, what the laws, legislations are saying, these are both different. In some cases, these are different. There are exceptional cases. But yes, so when we talk about the theoretical banking, it is a little bit tough comparative to what you are doing in a practical banking services. So as we talk about your paper of October 2023 and May 2023, so in May 2023 paper of PPB was very easy, it was very good, and people got 70 plus, 75 plus marks in the PPB, right? But in October 2023 people or bankers, we can say, have faced a lot of issues in clearing the PPB subject. Now it is kind of a thing, when you heard this, like bankers are not able to clear this PPB subject, it somehow gives you the doubts, like why, what happened. So when we were taking analysis of your PPB subject, so we have seen that bankers are giving us the certain topic. This have been asked, that has been asked, CBS was asked, and negotiable instrument have been asked. Apart from that, responsibility of paying bank have been asked, responsibility of collecting bank have been asked, hundi have been asked. Like these kind of topics, they were telling us that this was there, and we were being very happy at the time of analysis that yes, we have covered all these things and we have taught all these things. So now our bankers have passed this subject. But in the middle of the analysis, we have find out a lot of bankers was there who got only 44, 43, 44, 45, or let's say less than 50 marks. So they somehow was not able to clear the subjects just because 2 or 3 marks difference was there. And it was there because the question was tough. The paper was tough, and the paper they have given for PPB was totally based on the case study. Maximum questions was the case study, and the case study questions judge your decision making power. Like they will create a certain scenario in your bank and will ask, like, if this happened, what you will do? If this happened, what is the liability of a bank? If this happened, what is the liability of a customer? So they will create a kind of practical scenario in front of you, and they will ask, in this scenario, what should be done? and that's where you have to go through your decision making power. And for that, somehow when you were studying that case study in the paper, now you will feel like this I have done already in the branch, this situation I have already faced, so you will be easily able to answer. But there are certain situations which you have not faced, and that will be answered by as per your decision making capabilities. So for that, you need a conceptual understanding of the topic. You need to know the laws, rules, regulations, norms, and then what should be your decisions that will help you out to answer the question. So why I am talking about so much about this paper, because I want each and every one of you being very practical, being very serious about this subject. Do not take this subject as lightly, because it was tough in October 2023. When you were studying PPB, or when you start studying PPB, you will feel I know this, I know that, I know that. But the problem is the language of the paper. The problem is the pattern of the questions they are asking. Okay, so do make sure if you haven't started preparation for PPB, start it soon, because it will take a lot of time to cover the subject. So let's start now. This is our 15th number class. Already 14 classes have been done. And if you want to check the recording of those classes, that is available already on Officers at the 24/7 playlist. You can go and watch from there. Now let's start today. This is the 15th class, and the first question of 15th class we are talking about here is, which are the following government services handled by banks? So we know RBI works as an agent of Government of India. RBI works as an agent for central government as well as for the state government. So what RBI is doing for the government? RBI maintain the capitals of government. It means RBI maintain the budget of government. RBI maintains the gap between expenditure and revenue of Government of India by providing loan, by issuing new currency, by issuing securities, and etc. So RBI has a responsibility to perform as an agent for the central government as well as the state government. Somehow the banks are also performing the certain services for your government. And what services the banks are performing, that you have to answer. And the options statement that have been given here is, first is saying that the collection of central excise and custom duty. Second, collection of direct taxes, namely capital gains tax, gift tax, income tax, wealth tax, and opening of public provident fund accounts. Third, opening of public provident fund accounts exclusively. And fourth, collection of rents for landlords. So which of the following activities or which of the following services are handled by banks for Government of India? Which of the following government services are handled by bank, that you have to answer? A, B, C or D? A, B, C or D? So if we talk about collection of central excise and custom, this is not a working of your bank. Then if we talk about your next, okay, that is talking about collection of direct taxes, namely capital gains tax, etc. Opening of public provident fund, and then collection of rents for landlords. If we talk about what kind of services are handled by banks, so these services can be handled by public sector bank as well as private sector bank. And it's not like only public sector banks can work like this. Also private sector bank can work on this. Right, so the public sector bank as well as the private sector banks are working on this. And the right answer will be your only 4, that is collection of rents from landlord. So right answer will be your C statement. It means C option, not the statement. C option, that is only 4. Okay. Now next question we have, one of the following statement is not true with respect to RTGS. So RTGS, you all know, real-time gross settlement. RTGS maintained by RBI. RTGS and NEFT is still managed by RBI. IMPS is managed by your NPCI. Okay, otherwise NEFT and RTGS, they are managed by whom? They are managed by your RBI. Funds are transferable from the branch of one bank to the branch of another bank. Second, only the corporate and government departments can avail of the facility. Third, the RTGS system is maintained and operated by RBI. Fourth, each participant bank of RTGS is required to open a dedicated settlement account for putting through this RTGS transaction. So out of these, you have to answer which of the following is not true with respect to RTGS. A, B, C or D. Not a true statement. Which of the following is not true? So RTGS is 24/7 service now. You can use the RTGS service 24/7. Okay, and RTGS can be utilized by everybody. Hana? So right answer will be your B. Only the corporates and government departments can avail this facility. This was not true. So right answer will be your B. Right answer is what? It is B. Okay, this is not true. RTGS is a 24/7 service now. Minimum 2 lakh and maximum there is no limit. You can transfer whatever amount you want in the RTGS. Okay, now next we have dash is a negotiable instrument and an order drawn by one branch of a bank instructing another branch of the bank to pay a certain sum of money to the order of a certain person. What instrument we are talking about? Is it bank draft? Is it banker's check? Is it money transfer? Is it electronic fund transfer? A, B, C or D? Which of the following is it? Dash is a negotiable instrument and an order that is drawn by one branch of a bank instructing the another branch. For what purpose? To pay a certain sum of money to the order of a certain person. And that's what, if you are saying it is an order drawn by one branch of a bank. So it is not banker's check, it is not money transfer, it is not electronic fund transfer, it is bank draft. So bank draft is drawn by the branch of a bank. So right answer is A. Okay, right answer will be your A. Next question. A dash is a financial institution that holds customer securities for safekeeping to prevent them from being stolen or lost. Then the custodian may hold stocks, bonds or other assets in electronic and physical form on behalf of its customer. And these are the 4 options in front of you. Trustee bank, custodian bank, paying bank and collecting bank. So which particular bank we are talking about? That's a financial institution that hold the customer securities for safekeeping to prevent them from being stolen or lost. A, B, C or D. Which bank is it? So a bank is holding customer security for safekeeping to prevent it from what? To prevent it from the stolen or lost. It's your custodian bank. What bank it is? Obviously, it's a custodian bank of yours. Okay, that makes sure that your asset should not be stolen or something else should be done. Okay, so right answer will be your B. Custodian bank. Next we have DDs and BCs. Demand draft and banker's check should be issued with the account pay crossing if the amount is dash and above. So is it 10,000 and above, 20,000 and above, 30,000 and above and 40,000 and above? So the sign of rupee is not supported by this board. That's why it is showing you the box here, but it is rupee. Okay, it is rupee. So let me know which of the following is correct. Demand draft and banker's check should be issued with account pay crossing if the amount is dash and above. 10,000 and above, 20,000 and above, 30,000 and above and 40,000 and above. Which of the following is correct? And the right answer is 20,000 and above, that is B. Okay, so your DD and your banker's check should be issued with account pay crossing when the amount is 20,000 and above. Next, we have one of the following statement is not true with regard to a locker facility in the bank. Okay, we are talking about the locker facility in the bank. So these are the 4 statements in front of you. Achha, we are discussing ancillary services that is provided by bank. So we know bank provide a lot of services to us. After that, bank also provide ancillary services like the related services, like providing locker, safekeeping, etc. So which of the following here is not true with regards to a locker facility in the bank? First is saying in the case of a sole hirer of a safety locker, nomination can be made in favor of only one individual. Okay, in case of what? In case of sole hirer. Then second is saying a locker cannot be hired by a limited company, specified association and society. Third is saying in the case of death of a sole locker hirer where there is nomination access to, locker may be given to the nominee. Fourth, where there are joint locker hirers having a contract of locker hire with the either or survivor cause, and where there is no nomination access to the locker may be given to the survivor in case of death of the one of the hirer. So what do you think? Which of the following is not true? So it's very obvious the second statement is not true. You cannot say that locker cannot be hired by limited company, specified association or society. Everybody can have locker. है ना? Every party can have the locker. So the right answer will be your B, because it is not true about the locker facility. So right statement, right answer will be your B option. Next. Nomination facility is defined section 45ZC2. So nomination in the different types of your instrument, of your banking instrument, your financial product and services, it is defined under which section? Section 45ZC2, which particular section? It is section 45ZC2, ZD, ZE or ZF? A, B, C or D? And the right answer is, it is still ZF. It means right option will be your D option. From your section 45ZC to section 45ZF, we have a nomination facility. So right answer is D. Okay. Next question. Next we have, a customer is entitled to issuance of a duplicate DD in place of lost one provided dash. Let me know which of the following is correct. The question is asking, a customer is entitled to issuance of a duplicate demand draft in place of the lost one provided dash. He gives due intimation to the issuing branch, payment of DD not already made by the drawee bank, then execution of an indemnity signed by both the payee and the purchaser of the DD, and all of the above. Like if you have lost your DD, or your fixed deposit receipt, in that situation what happened? It's very obvious the bank will issue the duplicate demand draft, है ना? But which of the following things should be done in that situation? First, he gives due intimation to the issuing branch. This is true. Payment of DD not already made by the drawee branch, that have to be checked. And third is obviously indemnity bond have to be signed. So right answer will be all of the above. So a customer is entitled to issuance of duplicate DD in place of your lost one provided these of the details. Okay, so right answer is D, all of the above. Next, a demand draft is issued by the bank to be valid for dash. And these are the options in front of you. A demand draft is issued by the bank to be valid for 12 months, 6 months, 3 months, none of the above. So the validity of demand draft as well as check, both is same. The validity of check and demand draft, they both have same. Earlier it used to be the 6 months, but now it is not. Both check and demand draft used to have the validity of 6 months earlier, but now it is not. So what is right now? It is 3 months only. And after these 3 months validity, when this validity expires, it is known as a stale check. And when this validity expired, it is known as a stale check. What is a stale check? Simply when the validity of a check is expired. So right answer will be your 3 months. Okay, right answer we have is 3 months. Next. Implementation of electronic benefit transfer scheme is meant for which of the following types of customer? So electronic benefit transfer scheme was meant for which of the following customer? Is it pensioners only, high net worth individuals, low value accounts or disabled persons? For which type of persons the bank have introduced the electronic benefit transfer scheme? Or not bank have introduced, but implementation have been done in the banking sector. It was only for the pensioners? No. Only for high net worth individuals? No. It is for low value accounts. Okay, it is for low value accounts where we have implemented the electronic benefit transfer scheme. Clear? So right answer will be your C. Good morning everyone, welcome to the official YouTube channel of Officer Saturday 24/7. So first of all, let me know how are you all and welcome to the channel. So today it is the first session for your PPB module B class. Yes, we have done module A session. So we have started the Achiever series on 4th of December and since then we were discussing about module A and today we will be starting for your module B. This is your first class of module B. If you haven't seen the sessions for module A, do make sure you check the playlist because class number 1 to 15 we have done the module A of PPB And if I talk about the PPB, principles and practices of banking, this is a subject which is having the biggest syllabus for your JAIIB. It means if we compare all the 4 subjects, the PPB have biggest syllabus because it have 55 units totally. So all the subject have 4 modules, but if we talk about PPB, in 4 modules we have 55 units. After that we have IEIFS subject that have 45 units. So these 2 subjects have a huge syllabus. So that's why accordingly we have to start preparation for this. So in PPB, the more weightage, if we talk about, one second. So in case of PPB, principles and practices of banking, if we talk about, the more weightage have been given to module A and B. Okay, because A and B module have maximum syllabus here. From unit 1 to unit 41, we have your module A and B only. From 42, we have seen the module C. So 42 to 55. C and D module, you can find 42 to 55 units are there in the module C and D. So you can say the huge syllabus is from module A and B part. That means 60% weightage in the paper will be seen from module A and B only. But what happened in October 2023, what the IIB have done in the 3rd shift of your paper of PPB, they have asked maximum questions from the C module, that is banking technology. So maximum questions have been asked from the banking technology module, in which your 3rd shift of your PPB paper. It's very obvious now that in different shift, the different types of question and the priority have been given by the IIBF. So if we say that module A and B have more weightage, still we can't depend on the only 2 modules. We have to cover each and every topic of yours. Okay, that is very important. So now let's start. This is our first class for module B, and you know in the PPB we talk about module B. It starts from unit number 22. So that's the unit we are talking today, and the name of the unit you can see here is principles of lending, different types of borrowers and types of credit facility we have. So this is module B, class number 1. If I talk about the overall unit number, that's the 22, because in module A 1 to 21 units are there, and module B, we have started from 22 till 41 units. Okay, so let's start. So we will be practicing certain questions, and in the end of the session you have to let me know that how many answers you have given correct. Before discussing the question, first of all, those candidates who have not seen these sessions earlier and who are joining this session for the first time, I like to inform you all that we have started this Achiever series from 4th of December. We have completed module A every day. In the 15 classes, we have completed module A, and from today onwards, we are starting module B. So if you haven't seen the module A sessions, you can go to the Officers at a 24/7 YouTube channel, and there the playlist is available. Do check the playlist. All the sessions are recorded there. Okay, the recording of all the sessions are available. Apart from that, I will be your mentor for JAIIB, PPB as well as IEIFS. It means the paper 1 IEIFS and paper 2 PPB. I will be your mentor for both the subjects. Okay, so now let's start the first question. It is talking about here that the cardinal principles of lending are. So what are the cardinal principles of lending? You have to answer out of these. Safety, liquidity, diversity, purpose, stability, sturdy, profitability, and our options are all are correct except 1, all are correct except 6, and all are correct except 4. So you have to answer here out of these options, out of these cardinal principle of lending, it's showing to you which of the following is correct. A, B, C or D. Which of the following is correct? So when we talk about cardinal principles of lending, except your C option, it means except your 6th option, all are the cardinal principle of lending. It means sturdity is not a cardinal principle of lending. So your right answer will be C option. All are correct. All are the part of your study. Cardinal principle of lending, except the sixth option, that is the study. Okay. So right answer will be here C. Next. Second question is asking about the non-fund based limits are normally of 4 types. The question is saying that the non-fund based limits are of 4 types. First, bank guarantee. Second, letter of credit. Third, letter of authority. Fourth, underwriting and credit guarantee. And fifth is derivative. Out of that, you have to answer which of the following is correct. All are correct. Only 1, 2, 3, 4 are correct. All are correct except 3. All are correct except 2. So you have to answer which of the following all comes under the non-fund based limit. So if we talk about non-fund based limit, or you can call it a non-fund based credit facility. When bank provide loan, so it has 2 types of credit facility. First is fund based, second is non-fund based. When you talk about fund based credit facility, it means when actually the bank have to give cash. It means when actually bank is providing loan to the customer and giving money to the customer. Non-fund based facility is not where the bank have to give the hard cash. It is the facility where bank takes the guarantee or banks become the guarantor of the another party. That's your actually the non-fund based credit facility. So out of these, which of the following is correct? So the right answer is letter of authority actually is not the part of your non-fund based limit. All are true. So right answer will be all are correct except 3. Right answer will be your C, that all are correct except 3, that is your letter of authority. So option number C is correct here. Okay, now next question. Next question we have, bank guarantee is a contract involves different parties and they include which of the following? The applicant, the beneficiary, the bank. So if we talk about bank guarantee is simply a non-fund based credit facility that's provided by bank. Okay, it is what? It is non-fund based credit facility that is provided by bank to its customer. Acha, bank guarantee can only be active if the buyer, or we can say the person who have taken the product or something, have defaulted. So when the party defaults, in that situation only bank guarantee become active, otherwise there is no need of bank guarantee. Okay, so in bank guarantee, let's say there are 2 party A and B, and the B party have to make the payment in the future. So bank has given guarantee to A here. Now in this case, when the future payment not have been done by party B, in that situation only the bank guarantee will become active, and on behalf of B, because B is not making the payment, bank will make the payment by taking from the B. Okay, so that's the only thing, that the bank guarantee becomes active only in case of your default. And the party involved are all are correct. The applicant is there, the beneficiary is there, the bank is there. So all are correct in context to your parties of bank guarantee. Okay, so right answer we have is all. Next, the risk under this activity involves the obligation of the banker to provide funds or pay in the event of the failure of borrower to raise money or to repay money. So question is asking that the risk under this activity, you have to tell out of this which activity this statement is talking about. So the risk under this activity involves the obligation of the banker. Now bank has the obligation, like bank have to make the payment, bank have to provide the fund, or bank have to make the payment in the event of the failure of the borrower to raise money or to repay money. So which of the following is correct? The derivative, the letter of credit, the bank guarantee, the underwriting and credit guarantee. In which case, this is the obligation of a bank to make the payment or to provide the fund. Is it derivative product? Is it letter of credit? Is it bank guarantee? Is it underwriting and credit guarantee? And the right answer is your underwriting and credit guarantee. If the bank have taken underwriting or the bank have taken credit guarantee, in that situation, it is the obligation of the bank that in case of failure of payment, bank have to make the payment. Okay, so right answer will be your D option. Next question. Which individuals are not eligible for borrowing from bank First is person of sound mind, second is minor, third is disqualified person. And out of these three, which person is not eligible to have loan from the bank, to borrow fund from the bank? The person of sound mind, the minor, the disqualified person. All are correct, like all are not eligible. Only 1 and 2 are not eligible. Next is saying only second and third is are not eligible. Fourth is saying only first and third is not eligible. So out of these three, like the person of sound mind, the minor, the disqualified person. Minor means the persons who have not still attained the age of 18 years. That person is known as your minor. So which of the following is correct here? Okay, the right answer is your second and third. It means C option. Minor and disqualified person, they are not eligible to take fund from the bank. The person of sound mind is eligible. Okay, so right answer will be for this question is your C, that only second and third are correct. Option number C will be correct. Okay, next. Currently, as per companies miscellaneous rules 2014, the maximum number is dash for a partnership for the purpose of gain. Is it 60, 100, 50 or 20? So as per company's miscellaneous rule that is introduced in 2014, the maximum number is dash for a partnership for the purpose of gain. Is it 60? Is it 100? Is it 50? Is it 20? A, B, C or D, which of the following is correct? Okay, and the right answer will be here. That is C. How many members? The maximum number is 50 for a partnership for the purpose of gain is there. So right answer you have is C option, that is 50. Okay, next question. Next is asking the liability of the karta is dash, whereas the liability of co-partners is dash to their shares in the joint family estate. So karta is the person who is the elder person and the elder male we can say in the family. That person is known as your karta. And the question is asking the liability of karta is what? Limited or unlimited? Whereas the liability of the co-partners is what? Limited or unlimited, that you have to answer. Who have what level of liability? In case of what? In case of their shares in the joint family estate. So if the person is karta, karta is the means the manager I can say. In the Hindu undivided family, the karta have all the responsibilities. It means the first one will be unlimited. So it cannot be B, it cannot be D. Okay, so it should be unlimited. The liability of karta is unlimited. And when it comes to the liability of co-partners, it is limited. It means right answer is A option. So the liability of karta will be unlimited, the elder male of the family, and the liability of the co-partners is the family members. They have very limited liability in this case. So right answer will be your A, unlimited and limited. Next question. As per the number of members, company can be divided into dash. Private, public, one person. All are correct. Only 1 and 2 is correct. Only 2 and 3 is correct. Or only 1 and 3 is correct. So you have a members. Like how many number of members can be there in the company. So the members will be decided as per the type of your company. If it is a private company, the members will be different. If it is a public company, the member will be different. If it is a one person company, obviously there will be one person. So A, B, C or D, which of the following is correct? A, B, C or D, which of the following is correct here? And your right answer will be all are correct. Now, on the basis of number of members in the company can be divided into private part company, public company or one person company. So, right answer will be your A, that is all are correct. Okay, next. The term dash denotes the requirement of the money by a manufacturing enterprise for financing of its day-to-day requirements. So next question is asking about that the dash term, and we're talking about, it denotes the requirement of money by whom? By a manufacturing enterprise for financing of its day-to-day requirement. Like whatever the expenditure the company have to do, the manufacturing unit have to do on the day-to-day basis to start manufacturing, or to, let's say, we can say, to produce goods and services on a daily basis. What particular capital is required? Is it working capital? Is it fixed capital? Is it cash credit? Is it overdraft? So for day-to-day purpose, for the day-to-day activity of a manufacturing unit, what type of capital is required? A, B, C or D? And your right answer will be working capital. Whenever you heard about, or whenever you read about day-to-day requirements of a company, the day-to-day requirement of a company is working capital that helps the company to use or to have a daily expenses capital. So your right answer will be working capital. So the term working capital denotes the requirement of the money by a manufacturing enterprise for financing of its day-to-day requirements. And that's your A option. Okay. Now, next, choose the correct statement here. Out of these 5 statements, you have to find out the correct statement. First is saying, working capital loan is a form of borrowing where the payments can be made over a predetermined period of time in regular intervals. Second is saying, working capital loan is a loan taken out for finance routine business operations to minimize the shortfall in working capital. Third is saying the term loan may be short, medium or long term. Fourth, working capital loans are short-term loans. Fifth, term loan covers high-cost investments like business expansion, purchase of expensive plant and machinery, etc. Out of these options, you have to answer which of the following is correct. A, B, C or D. Which of the following is correct? So, correct statement is so first is saying all are correct. Second is saying 1, 3, 4 and 5 are correct. Third is saying 1 and 5 are incorrect. Fourth is saying only second and fifth are incorrect. So you have to answer out of all these which statement is correct or which is incorrect as per the options. Okay. So when we talk about here, first is saying working capital loan is form of borrowing where payment can be made over a predetermined period of regular intervals. Is it true? So the first statement is not true. The second is true, that working capital loan is loan taken out for finance routine business transactions. This is true. Term loan may be short, medium and long. This is also true. Working capital loans are short term loan. This is also true. Fifth is saying the term loan covers high cost investment, like business expansion, purchase of expensive plant and etc. Not true. It means first and fifth are incorrect statements in this particular question. So your right answer will be C option, that the first and fifth is incorrect. Okay, first and fifth is what? They are incorrect statement. So answer will be your C. Good morning everyone, welcome to the official YouTube channel of Officer Saturday 24/7. So welcome to the channel, and also do let me know how are you all. So I guess you guys had a very good weekend because it was Christmas as well. So let's start the session. As you know, every day Monday to Saturday we are meeting at 6 a.m. We are starting our day with the principles and practice of the banking session. So if you haven't seen the session earlier, we had already done the module A. We had the 16 classes of module A, in which we have discussed individual chapters of your module A. Then if I talk about from 25th of December, it means from Christmas, we have started the module B. So your module B start from the unit number 22 because the module A covers your 1 to 21 units, and the module B start from which unit? It is start from the 22 unit. Okay. So now today we are going to talk about the same of your class number 2 of module B. As you can see, module A sessions are all available in the playlist. If you haven't seen that, do watch the recording of module A. Okay. Now let's talk about module B. We had the first class on 25th. This is the second class in which the topic of our will be appraisal and assessment of credit facilities. So in the last class, principle of lending was the chapter, that was the unit number 22 of your module B, and this is unit number 23 of module B, but the class number 2 it is. Okay. So appraisal and assessment of credit facility it is. So before moving forward to the question, I would like to inform you certain important things. The first important thing is that these sessions are going on Monday to Saturday in the morning at 6 a.m. for PPB at the and also at 7 p.m. for IEIFS, Indian Economic and Financial System, the paper 1 of your Monday to Saturday, only on offices at 24/7. So do make sure you are joining the both sessions. Apart from that, if we talk about, apart from that, if we talk about the sessions, particularly if you want a generic session, that is also available on the YouTube channel. You just have to go to the playlist and everything is available at the single place. Okay. Apart from that, I would also like to inform you, like right now the Christmas offer is still going on by in which you are getting 81% discount on all the batches, and on Mahapack you are getting 81% discount plus the double validity. So this offer is still going on and it will be available till 12 p.m. today only. Afterward, this offer will be not there. So if you are thinking about, if you are thinking about like for example, what to study and what to do and etc. If you are thinking about this, then do check the application, or in the end of the session I will also let you know what the batch actually includes and how it is going to help you in your preparation. So if you are thinking about enrolling, do it before 12 p.m. It will help you to get the best discount. Now let's start with the first question, that is talking about the advantages of cash budget could be. The advantages of cash budget could be, first is saying borrower has to plan the cash requirement. The banker can spot a danger signal quickly. Banker can plan his resources to meet credit demand, all of the above. So if you have a cash budget, what benefit you will be getting out of it? If you have a cash budget, what benefit you will be getting out of it? A, B, C or D? Advantage of cash budget could be okay, all of the above. The cash budget, if you have cash budget, the borrower has planned the cash requirements. The second, the banker can spot a danger signal quickly. Third, banker can plan his resources to meet the credit demand. Like if you remember cash management system or cash management service, CMS1 was one of the unit of your module A that we have discussed, and the cash management service bank is providing to its clients, the corporate and etc. Why the cash management services became very important to the companies, to the corporate? Because it helps them to maintain the liquidity all the time in the economy. Like if any uncertain things happen and you need an immediate cash, it is available with the companies. That's why the cash management service became very important. Okay. Similarly, the cash budget will help with all of these benefits to the corporate. So right answer will be all of the above. Next, second question we have. In bankers' parlance, credit risk in lending refers to dash. So when we talk about the risk that can occur in a bank, we have a lot of types of risk. Credit risk is there, that is also known as a default risk. We have market risk, liquidity risk, interest rate risk, we have business risk, we have operational risk, we have systematic risk, we have systemic risk. Apart from that, we have your internal risk, right? Liquidity risk, etc. A lot of risk are there, and these types of risk can occur because of the different purposes. Like if I talk about market risk, it offers because bank has placed its fund in the different markets. Like bank invested its fund in the different market, and in the investment, bank have to face the loss because the market went to the loss. Let's say bank has placed its fund in the share market, and share market has seen the downfall. The bank have to face the loss, and that's what we are talking about is the market risk. In liquidity risk, when bank is not capable of paying the liquidity at the time it is required, that's a liquidity risk. Interest rate risk, whenever there is a changes in the monetary policy rate or in the interest rate of market, whatever problems bank is facing, that is the interest rate risk. If we talk about the credit risk is simply when the bank has given loan to the customer, but the customer is not repaying the installment, principal and interest amount on a time and is not repaying the loan and have created a default. That is your credit risk. So the fourth option is saying default of banker to release credit to the borrower. No. Default of banker in maintaining SLR? No. Default of repayment by a borrower? Yes. And do remember, the credit risk is also known as a default risk. The credit risk is also known as what? The default risk. So right answer will be your A. Okay. Now, what are the sources of working capital? Now you have to answer what are the sources of working capital. Now, when you talk about working capital is simply that is required to perform day-to-day function. And working capital means what? The capital which is required to function on a daily basis, on the day-to-day basis, that is your working capital. Clear? Like first is saying credits, unsecured loans plus deposit, bank borrowing plus advance payment, net working capital, and all of the above. So what do you think, which of the following is here is correct? What are the sources of working capital? So working capital simply means the capital which is required for the day-to-day transaction of your business. Okay. And the right answer for this particular question will be all of the above. The trade credit, unsecured loan, deposit, the bank borrowing, advance payment, the net working capital, all are your sources of working capital. So right answer is D. Okay. Next we have net working capital means dash. Net working capital means dash. First, current asset minus current liability, owned fund minus goodwill, use of asset plus source of fund, and none of the above. So net working capital is what? It's very obvious. Working capital is the capital that is required for the day-to-day purpose. That's the working capital. And when you calculate net working capital means how much remained with you. How much capital remained with you is your net working capital. And it is what? The current assets minus the current liability. It means right answer is A. Okay, the current assets minus current liability is your net working capital. Clear? So right answer will be your A option. Current asset minus current liability. That's a net working capital. Now, next question we have term loans means loans dash. What is the meaning of term loan? What is the meaning of term loan? So first is saying payable over a period of 1 year to 10 years. Repaid in installment over a period and unutilized for acquisition of fixed asset, all of the above. So what do you think? Which of the following is correct? So the term loan means loan, which of the following? A, B, C or D? So if it is a term loan, it definitely will be a long term. When you are giving a term loan, it will be long term loan because it fulfills the long term requirement of the equipments and etc. for the company. So when you talk about the term loan, is it payable over a period of 1 year to 10 years? This is true. Is it repaid in installment over a period? This is true. Utilized for acquisition of fixed asset? This is true. Now, what are the fixed assets of a company? Simply those assets which belongs to the company and they are kind of a fixed like property, the plant of your, the machineries, the equipments, these are the fixed asset of a company. Okay, so right answer will be D option. Right answer here will be the D option. Hope clear. Now, next question we have that banks adopted which of the following method for assessment of working capital requirements of their client. So it's very obvious when bank is providing loan to the customer, bank always check everything. The credit worthiness, the reason why you are taking loan, the purpose you are taking loan. And if you are taking a working capital loan or you are taking a term loan, in that situation, bank also check your balance sheet of the business, right? Like it should be good to give loan to this particular business or not. Now here we are talking about banks adopted which of the following method for assessment of working capital requirement. So working capital requirement is your day-to-day requirement of business. That's your working capital requirement. And here, turnover method, operating cycle method, maximum permissible bank finance method, and the cash budget method. Out of these four methods, which method will be utilized to calculate your working capital requirement? A, B, C, or D? Let me know. A, B, C, or D, which of the following is correct here? And the right answer will be all of the above. There are four methods that used by bank for the assessment of working capital. Okay, like how much working capital will be required by the client can be measured by four methods, and on this you will find numerical in the paper. Definitely one numerical will be there from out of these four methods, that is turnover, operating cycle, maximum permissible bank finance, cash budget method. These are the four methods to do what to the assessment, to do the assessment of working capital, right? And definitely from one of these methods you will find a numerical in the paper. That's confirmed. Minimum one numerical will be there. Now, how to solve numerical, what kind of numericals it will be, this we will discuss in the advanced question classes. As you know, we have done the advanced classes of questions, Hana. Similarly, we will do here as well. So, in that I will let you know what kind of questions will be there. Okay, so do make sure if you are doing a self-study as well now, do make sure you include numericals in your preparation. Very important. Numerical questions will be there in PPB, in IEIFS, in AFM, in retail banking and wealth management. All the four subjects covers your numerical questions. In IE, but if we talk about, I do not know about retail banking and wealth management much, but yes, I would say in your PPB, IEIFS, the numericals will be very easy. Once you have understood the numbers, like how to calculate, or if you understood the method, the formula, that's sufficient. The direct numericals will be there. You do not have to worry that much. So the kind of questions that will be numerical question, it's a easy answer for all of you. Okay. So right answer is all of the above here. Now, next question we have. The capital required for a business enterprise can be classified under dash main categories. So next question is asking about the capital required for a business enterprise can be classified under dash main categories. 4, 3, 2 or 1. What these categories are? 4, 3, 2 or 1. Let me know the answer. Okay, so the capital required for business enterprises, it can be classified into two main categories. How many main categories are? Two main categories. So right answer is C. The first category we have is fixed capital. The first category we have is fixed capital, and the second category, you know, that's a working capital. Fixed capital and working capital, these are the two types of capital that we have in your capital required for business enterprises category. So it can be divided into two parts or the two categories that's in front of you, fixed and working. So right answer is C. Okay, your right answer will be C option. Next question. Next is talking about that there are 7 aspects, that is 7 C's for ascertaining it includes. How, which of the following? It includes which of the following C's? The credit worthiness, the character, the capacity, the capital, the collateral, the conditions, the cash flow. So out of these 7, which will be included in the 7 C's, or you can say 7 aspects of 7 C's. Which of the following is a part of 7 C's? A, B, C or D? Is only 1, 3rd, 4th and 7th is a part, or all are the part? Only 6th and 7th are the part, all except 4 are the part. So you have to answer which of the following is the part of the 7 C's, or you can call it the 7 aspects. A, B, C or D. Okay. So the right answer for this particular question will be your all are the 7 aspects or the 7 C's of ascertaining. Okay. So the credit worthiness tells you about like your credit history, how much better, or not the better, but how much loan you have taken and how much you have returned. Like have you done any default or credit fraud, है ना? Have you created any kind of default or fraud in the banking sector or any financial sector? That will be checked with the credit worthiness. The character we have seen, very basic. Capacity, capital, collateral means securities you're talking about, condition, cash flow, etc. So right answer will be all. All are the part of the 7 aspects. Okay, it means right option will be B, that is all. Okay. Now, next we have question that is talking about to meet the cost of the project, which of the following sources of finance are available. So, whatever costing of your project is, cost means the money you have to spend in the in the particular product process, so that you will be able to earn return on that. So, to meet the cost of project, right, the sources of finance available out of this are, first we have share capital, term loan, debenture capital, deferred credit, incentive source, miscellaneous source. Which of the following is correct? A, B, C or D? And the right answer for this particular question will be, answer is C, all are the part. Like for share capital, by purchasing your share, it can provide you the capital, like company can issue its shares and raise capital from the market. Then term loan, company can take a term loan from the bank. Debenture capital, company can issue a debenture. Debenture is the loan instrument. If it means if company is issuing debenture, the company have to make return of the same amount of money plus the interest in a certain maturity period. Okay, that's your debenture. Now deferred credit, simply you can allow them the credit, you can take credit in installment pattern. Okay, then incentive source, you can earn incentives on, and the miscellaneous sources are there. So all these are the sources from where the fund can be collected for the cost of your project. And the cost means the expenditure you have to do in your business. That's the costing. So right answer is your C, all.
Officer Adda 24/7. So today we are going to have your first class, that is PPB, right? And this is your first class. So we are having this topic today, that is banker customer relationship. It is your chapter 1, right? And in this chapter we will going to understand what is the relationship between the bank and customer, right? So there are different type of relationship between the bank and customer. What kind of relationship is there? See, we have the relationship like, if any customer, right, if any customer ठीक है. So if any customer, suppose, ठीक है, if any customer he is going to uh, right, he is going to open any kind of locker, or maybe he is going to avail any kind of loan scheme, or he is going to deposit his rupees into the bank, so there will be a some kind of relationship will be made between the bank and the customer. So there is a first relationship is deposit in the bank. Suppose I am the customer and I am depositing my money into the bank, right? I just have the saving account and I'm depositing my money into the bank. So here I become the bank become the debtor and I become the creditor in this case, right? And suppose second case is I am going to, right, take the loan from the bank. Now I am the borrower. Okay? Now I am the borrower and bank is the creditor in this case. Okay? I am the borrower. I am the debtor because I am taking the loan. I am taking the money from, okay, I am taking the money from the bank. So I am the, right, I am the borrower here. That is a loan from bank. Third case is what? That is a safe deposit locker. Okay. Suppose I'm going to uh, take the locker, SDV locker, that is safe deposit vault locker from the bank. Okay. So here I become the lazy and bank become the laser here. Basically I have to pay the rent. Okay, because I'm enjoying the property of the bank. In that case I become the like lazy of that bank, right? Lazy of means I will be paying the rent actually. Okay, so it is safe deposit vault locker. Now I'm keeping some safe custody, some document into the safe custody of the bank. Okay, in this case bank become the bailee and I become the bailer because that goods is belong to me, right? That goods is basically, that goods are belong to me and I become the, right, then I become the what? That is, I become the here, right, I become the bailer and bank is the bailee. In the case of issue of draft, then what will happen in this case? Issue of draft, bank will be the debtor and I will be the creditor. ठीक है ना, because bank is issuing the draft for me, right? So the same relationship which I am having in the deposit, the same relationship here also. ठीक है, because I am depositing the money into the bank and bank is the debtor. Bank is taking money from me and then he is issuing, then they are issuing the draft. So definitely here the relationship will be debtor and creditor. Now we have the payee of draft. Okay, that's sixth relationship. Here in the case of payee of draft, the bank will be trustee and customer will be beneficiary. Okay, so trustee is for what? Trustee is basically, trustee is what? Trustee is basically who is like your trustee. Okay, you are the beneficiary and here you are the trustee of that beneficiary. Fine. So here in that case, what relationship will be there? That will be the trustee and beneficiary relationship will be there, right? So if you are having any type of doubt now, then after just explaining all these topic, okay, all these relationship, then we will have the question answer, right? This is our first chapter and after completing this chapter, then we will have the question answer from this topic, right? So right, so now what is happening here? See, yes, so now what is happening here? See, in the case of collection of check, now what will be the relationship? It will be like agent and principal. This relationship will be formed. If you are collecting the check, then agent and principal, this relationship will be formed. In case of pledge, Suppose you are just pledging your something, some item into the bank, right? Then in that case, the customer will be pledger or pawner and the bank will be pledgee. Same in the case of mortgage and hypothecation also. That is mortgagee and mortgager, hypothecatee and hypothecator. Suppose in case of bank, ठीक है, बैंक is selling or purchasing of security on behalf of customer. That means they are acting on behalf of you. They are acting. ठीक है. Here principal is whom? That is a customer. Principal is the customer and agent is the bank because they are selling, they are dealing, right, on behalf of you. So they are your agent and you are the principal. ठीक है. If money deposited but no instruction for disposal, trustee and beneficiary again. If any article customer is left in the bank, trustee and beneficiary again. So let's see the first question here. When a bank lend money to the corporate person, the relationship is what? Tell me, what is the right answer of this first question? What is the first question? Right? What is the first question? When a bank lend money to the corporate person, then what kind of relationship will be formed here? Tell me, what is the right answer here? I'm just seeing your comment also. Please give your answer also. The first question is, if bank lend money to the corporate person, the relationship is what? That is borrower and lender, creditor and debtor, debtor and creditor, and customer and client. Tell me, what is the right answer? See, when bank is lending the money, okay, to any person, maybe to corporate or anyone. Here basically bank, what is bank is doing? They are lending the money. Okay. So here in that case, now you are the debtor. Okay. Now what kind of relationship will be there? Tell me. If bank lend the money to the any corporate person, okay, or maybe any person, then what kind of relationship will be there? The relationship will be the same, debtor and creditor. So C is the right answer. Okay, because bank is lending you the money. Just check this slide. I'll just show you the, see, debtor and creditor. ठीक है ना? Bank is giving money. ठीक है? So here the relationship is what? That is debtor and creditor. Next question is, hybrid deposit means. What is the meaning of hybrid deposit? Tell me, what is the right answer? Hybrid deposit is what? Combination of saving bank and current deposit, combination of monthly income scheme and half yearly scheme, combination of demand and term deposit, and both B and C. Tell me, what is the right answer? See, what is the meaning of hybrid deposit? Hybrid deposit, even sometime it is also called as a flexi deposit. We called it as a even flexi deposit also. Okay. This term is usually known as a flexi deposit also. So hybrid deposit and flexi deposit both are the same word, right? Here, what is the right answer? The right answer is, it is the combination of demand and term deposit. Okay. So it is the combination of demand and term deposit. Flexi deposit, we can say this, or maybe we can say this as a hybrid deposit, which having the combined feature of demand and term deposit basically. Okay. So hybrid deposit is what? Hybrid deposit is the combination of, right? Hybrid deposit is the combination of demand deposit and, okay, and the term deposit. So that is having the concept of insured deposit and uninsured deposit. Okay, we can say it as like insured deposit. Okay, that is, suppose it is the combination of insured deposit plus uninsured deposit. Even we can say it like that also, uninsured and insured. So this is the combination of demand and term deposit. The next is a draft purchase is reported lost. Suppose one draft is purchased and that is reported lost, and the purchaser, they want to stop the payment of the draft. Can the bank do it? Option 1 is bank can stop the payment since covered under the negotiable instrument. Bank cannot stop the payment since it is a promissory note. Bank would issue stop payment instruction only after 2 weeks from the date of issue, or none of the above. बताइए, what is the right answer in that case? What is the right answer? Hybrid deposit that we have done, it is a combination of term deposit and demand deposit. Now, if suppose any draft, ठीक है ना, bank has issued any draft and which is lost by the pay, ठीक है, so what that pay will do, he will immediately send a letter to the bank informing the same. Then bank will not his caution and stop the transfer. So what will be the right answer in that case? What is the right answer? Basically they will send the caution letter, ठीक है, they will send the caution letter, ठीक है, so A is the right answer. Next is bailor bailee relationship is applicable in. What is the right answer here? Check. What is the right answer here? Tell me. Right? The question is, what is the right question? The question is bailor and bailee relationship is applicable in keeping the article in safe custody with the bank, ठीक है, demand draft issued by the bank, safe deposit locker, or cash deposited with cashier by the customer. Tell me what is the right answer. What will be the right answer in this case? ठीक है, so have you understood what is a hybrid deposit? That is a combination of demand deposit and time deposit. Hybrid deposit, see, demand deposit is what na, that is payable on demand, ठीक है, low interest rate is there. Time deposit is what, it will be repaid after the expiry of deposit period. I'll just explain you once again what is a hybrid deposit. First just tell me what is the answer of bailor and bailee relationship. See, bailor and bailee, if the safe custody will be there, ठीक है, so answer is what, that is keeping article in safe custody with the bank. A is the right answer. Now tell me, a credit voucher of rupees 49,000 favoring Swati was wrongly posted to Abhinav by the bank. The relationship established with Abhinav is what? Creditor indemnifier, creditor debtor, debtor and guarantor, or trustee and beneficiary. Tell me what will be the right answer. Then I will explain you hybrid deposit once again. ठीक है ना. We will explain what is the right answer. ठीक है. Here what is the question? A credit voucher for rupees 49,000 favoring Swati was wrongly posted to Abhinav by the bank. ठीक है. Now what kind of relationship is there? Tell me what is the right answer. That is option A is what? C. ठीक है. Here the answer is creditor and debtor. What kind of relationship will be there? That is creditor and debtor. ठीक है. This type of relationship will be built. Creditor and debtor. Because the 49,000 which is the credit voucher for Swati and wrongly posted to the Abhinav. Right. So at the what kind of relationship will be there? That is a one is creditor. ठीक है. Bank is creditor and Abhinav is the debtor. Right. Now the next question is, which type of account is suitable for those who can save regularly and expect to earn a fair return on the deposit over a period of time? It is FD, regular deposit, recurring deposit or investment deposit account. Tell me which type of account is suitable for those who can, right? Who can save regularly and expect to earn a fair return on the deposit. So what will be suggest to them? If they can save regularly, they want to save regularly, of course it is the recurring deposit account, RD account. ठीक है ना, it is RD account because they want to save regularly in every month. ठीक है, and they will have the fair return over a long period of time, basically. Seventh question is, a merchant bank is financial institution conducting money market activity and which of the following? See, merchant bank is basically they are into the lending, they are into the underwriting, they are into the investment services. So all of the above of course is the right answer. Now I'll just explain you what is the difference between the demand deposit, right, and time deposit. See, hybrid deposit is the combination of demand and time. So what is a demand deposit? It is payable on demand. Low interest will be there and sometime even no interest. It is like your OD account, your current account, your saving account, or maybe any unclaimed deposit. Interest will be paid on the half yearly basis. But time deposit is what? That is your FD. ठीक है, expiry of the deposit period you will be getting the amount. High interest rate is there according to the period, and even time deposit you can have from 7 days to 120 month also, with or without reinvestment plan, and interest will be paid on a quarterly basis, not half yearly, even quarterly basis. ठीक है, so that is the benefit of time deposit. That is the even biggest benefit of the time deposit.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the official YouTube channel of Officer Saturday 24/7. So before starting the session, first let me know, is audio video both are okay? Are we good to go? And also welcome to the channel. And as you know, we are discussing the Achiever series in which we are talking about each and every unit of your modules. And we have started this series with the module A, in which we have completed the module A in around 15 to 16 classes of yours, and after that we have already started your module B sessions, and today itself we are having the module B session about your principles and practices of banking. And yeah, apart from that, if we talk about the principles and practices of banking, as you know, we have total 4 modules, and now we have total 4 modules in PPB. And when it comes to the total number of units, we have 55 units in PPB. So in 4 modules, we have 55 units. That's a huge syllabus, and that's why we are trying to cover that every day 1 unit in a very easiest way, so that you will be understanding what actually the whole syllabus is. When you will be done with 1 unit every day, you will know like how much you have to study and what you have to study in your paper, because there is 1000 pages book we have for PPB. A lot of content is there, a lot of theory is there, numericals are also there. That's why it is important for us to cover each topic day by day. So in today's session, as you can see, this is our class number 3rd of module B. It means we have already done 15 to 16 classes in module A, and we have started module B, and this is the 3rd class of module B. So in the 3rd class of module B, the topic we will be talking about, that is operational aspect of loan accounts. This is your unit number 24, and the overall class we are talking about is class number 3 of module B. Okay, so 1 to 55 units we have. So this unit is your 24th unit of module B, and if we talk about the number of classes, we are having today the 3rd number class of PPB module B. Okay, so now we are going to talk about operational aspect of the loan account, like the how interest rate will be charged, what documents have to be given, on the basis of risk category, how to be decided that after how many years you have to do the documentation again, what is the risk category, etc. That's what this chapter is talking about. Okay, so let's start with the first question, and the first question is talking about here in the form of questions. We will be discussing each and every aspect of your topic, that is operational aspect of loan account. First is talking about that for educational loan of 3 lakh rupees, for educational loan of 3 lakh, the margin amount required is dash 30,000, 45,000, 15,000 on nil in case of your loan account. And what type of loan account we are talking about? We are talking about your educational loan. So in educational loan of rupees 3 lakh, how much amount should be there as the margin? A, B, C or D? Margin money required is actually your none of these. It means nil. It will be the right answer. For educational loan of 3 lakh, margin amount required is nil. None of these amount is required, or nil amount is required to have the 3 lakh rupees educational loan. The first condition. Okay. Now, second question is asking about if the loan if the loan covenants are not observed by the borrower, it is called dash. So we are talking about like if the loan covenants have not been observed by whom? By the borrower, the person who is taking the loan, he has not checked the covenants, then in this situation, this loan is called what? Let me know which of the following is correct. It's a kind of a loan agreement, you can call it. A legal document with the certain terms and conditions. If that not have been checked by the borrower, then it is called what? Sorry. A violation, an event of default, a breach, a non-compliance. A, B, C or D. So simply we are saying that your borrower, the person who is taking loan, the person who is a person who is taking credit from the bank, have not checked the loan agreement, not observed the loan agreement by the borrower. That's an event of default. It is called what? It is called an event of default. Okay, so right answer will be your B. So if the loan covenants are not observed by the borrower, it is called an event of default. Next, frequency of loan review depends on the dash. Like if you have taken the loan, then the frequency of your reviewing of loan, it depends on which of the following. First, the loan amount. Second, the activity of the borrower. Third, the constitution of the borrower, and risk level of the account. So whenever we means the bank is providing loan. Whenever bank is providing loan to the customer, so very obvious the certain things have to be checked. है ना? Bank first go to the CIBIL, that is Credit Information Bureau of India Limited. It provides the credit score. It provides what? It provides the credit score to the bank, and on the basis of that credit score, bank will be giving loan to the customer. And this is a 3-digit credit score. And when we talk about your CIBIL, CIBIL is your credit information company that is providing credit scoring to the individual customer as well as the commercial customer. So it's a 3-digit score between 300 to 900. The scoring will be provided, and after seeing that scoring, the bank will decide we should give loan to this customer or not. Okay, this is very basic of your criteria of providing loan. Now this rating, or I can say this credit score, it depends on your credit worthiness. It depends on your loan account as well as your credit card repayment. Like CIBIL, first check your, like if you have taken any loan from any bank or financial institution, if you have done, have you returned that loan on time or not, that will be checked. And if you have taken the credit card, have you returned the credit card amount on time or not. These two things have to be checked, and after checking these two things, you will be able to give the credit score to the customer, and on the basis of that, bank is providing loan. It means when you are actually providing loan, you are again checking this customer is defaulter or not, customer is fraud or not. So it means when after giving loan, you have to review the loan. It will depend on the risk level of the account. Like how much risk and customer or a customer can occur in the bank for you. On the basis of that, you will decide that this loan will be reviewed when and where. So your right answer will be D answer. That is risk level of the account. So option number D will be correct here. Okay, the frequency of loan review depends on what? The risk level of the account. Next question. RBI has not prescribed prudential ceiling for exposure of banks to dash, to vehicle loans, to NBFCs, to capital market, to real estate. RBI has not prescribed the prudential ceiling for exposure of banks to which of the following? A, B, C or D? And the right answer, not prescribed the prudential ceiling for exposure of banks to which type of loan? To the vehicle loan. So right answer will be your A option. So RBI has not prescribed the prudential ceiling limit for the exposure of banks to the vehicle loan. So right answer will be your A option. Okay, right answer we have is A option. Next question. Who determines the MCLR? Now, what is MCLR first of all? Who determines the MCLR? Ministry of Finance, RBI, bank themselves or NABARD? So, MCLR is marginal cost of fund-based lending rate. That's the rate of interest that banks charge from the public when they are providing loan to the public. So, what used to happen? Earlier, we used to have prime lending rate. That used to be charged from bank to by bank from the customer. And this prime lending rate have been changed into benchmark prime lending rate. Then this benchmark prime lending rate have been converted into your base rate. Then this base rate have been converted to MCLR, or I can say these have been replaced by each other. And this MCLR was also replaced by repo linked lending rate, that first time introduced by SBI, State Bank of India. So with the repo, we have linked the lending rate of the commercial banks. So you can see prime lending rate, benchmark prime lending rate, base rate, marginal cost of fund based lending rate, or repo linked lending rate. These are the rate of interest that's charged by a commercial bank. This is the rate that's charged by commercial banks when they provide loan to whom? To public. So the rate of interest public is giving on a loan to the commercial bank was these types of rate of loans. Okay. and marginal cost of fund based lending rate is actually determined by banks themselves. So they have been given the certain components in the MCLR that have to be calculated at the individual bank level, like their costing, their assets, their revenue, their profits. All these have to be identified, all these have to be taken care of, and accordingly you will decide what will be your MCLR. So individual bank by themselves determine their MCLR rate after calculating their business aspects. Okay, so your right answer will be C, that is bank themselves. And do remember that the first rate we used to be charged was prime lending rate, then benchmark prime lending rate, then base rate, then MCLR, and now we are focusing on repo linked lending rate. So right answer here is C. Okay, next question we have here, like as of July 2012, which of the following categories of loan could be priced without the reference to base rate? Now, there is a certain question about when it have been changed, like as of July 2012. So, which of the following categories of loan could be priced without the reference of your base rate? First, DRI advances. Second, loans to banks' own employees including retired employees. Loan to banks depositor against their own deposit. Loans where interest rate subvention was available, and loans where refinance is availed. So, out of these category you have to answer like which category of loan could be priced without the reference of your base rate. Like base rate used to be a rate of interest, the minimum and the maximum rate of interest have been given. Like this is what you have to charge for all the customer. Hai, you cannot go more than the maximum rate. You cannot be lending at the less than minimum rate. That's what the base rate, like a range have been given by RBI, because what used to happen now in the prime lending rate or benchmark prime lending rate, bank as per their prime customer they used to change the rate of interest, and to replace this situation we have introduced the base rate, like a range have been given. Between that range you have to provide the you have to charge the rate of interest from the customer. And the right answer is all of the above. Right answer we have is all of the above. All of these loans category, they could be priced without the reference to the base rate as of July 2012. So right answer we have is D. Okay. Now next question we have, the MCLR shall comprises of. Now MCL I have already told you, marginal cost of fund based lending rate. It is what? It's a marginal cost of fund based lending rate. So marginal cost of fund, negative carry on account of CRR, operating cost, tenure premium, all of the above. So which of the following is the part of your MCLR by calculating which you get the actual MCLR rate to be charged on the loan accounts from your customers? So A, B, C, D or E, which of the following is correct? And the right answer here will be all of the above. The right answer here we have is all of the above. So marginal cost of funds, negative carry on account of CRR, operating cost, tenure premium, these all are the part of your MCLR. So to calculate what rate of interest to be charged on a loan account, you have to calculate the marginal cost of fund of a bank. Then you have to check the negative carry on account of CRR. What is negative carry on account of CRR? So we know what is CRR, in which all the scheduled commercial banks have to maintain a certain reserve in form of cash, the percentage of NDTL that is prescribed by RBI with RBI. So all the scheduled commercial bank have to maintain the certain reserves in form of cash with RBI as a percentage of NDTL which is prescribed by RBI only. This is CRR. And on CRR we know banks cannot earn money. Banks cannot have the income on CRR because RBI do not pay any interest to commercial bank on CRR. RBI have done so only one time in the banking slowdown of 1999. After that and before that, RBI never paid interest on the CRR amount. It means banks cannot earn on the amount of CRR, but they have to maintain the CRR reserves with RBI, and that's what the negative carry we are talking about. Like you cannot earn anything on the CRR balance. That's the negative carry on account of CRR. Okay. Then the operating cost of the bank and the tenure premium. These are the values that used for calculating like how much rate of interest have to be charged from the bank by the bank from the customer. Okay. So right answer will be your E. All of the above. Next question we have here. It's saying the term credit management. It encompasses which of the following? So when you talk about the credit management, what actually it encompasses? First, capital adequacy norms that we have introduced in the Basel norms, okay. And the second is saying risk management including asset liability management, okay. The exposure norms, risk pricing policy and credit risk rating, asset classification, income recognition, provisioning norms, appraisal, credit decision making, loan review mechanism. So these are the certain points have been given here. Now you have to tell when it comes to the credit management, which of the following will be taken care of. Income recognition, when we are talking about, it means simply that the earning you are having, the profits you are having, that is the income recognition. And asset classification, you know, bank have certain assets, certain liability. Liabilities of bank is your deposit. Assets is the loans and advances bank is providing. And that is divided into two categories, the standard asset and non-performing asset. A standard asset further divided into two parts, that is your regular asset and stressed asset. And then the NPA will be divided into three parts, substandard asset, doubtful asset and loss asset. Okay. So these are the classification of asset. This is the asset classification you have. Income recognition means to find out how much profit you are having. What's the revenue of a bank after removing the costing and everything. Provisioning norms, these are the norms which actually after analyzing the situations we have given to the banks. Like we have analyzed everything, after that we have seen like what can be done to ignore the risk or to minimize the risk of loss in the banking system. After checking that, we have given the certain norms like this should be done. Okay, then appraisal, you all know credit decision making, that the management will be take loan review mechanism, like when the review of loan should be done on the basis of what it should be done, everything is there. So these are the terms they have been given, and all of the above will be encompasses when it comes to the credit management. Okay, so the right answer will be your D, that is all of the above. Right answer is D, that is all of the above. All these will be part of the credit management. Now next question we have, the frequency of review should vary depending on the magnitude of risk, like say for high risk account dash months, for average risk accounts dash months, for low risk account dash year. So 361, 252, 571 or none of the above. What is the duration for high risk account, average risk account and the low risk account? An answer will be, for high risk account it should be 3 months, for average risk account it should be 6 months, and for low risk account it should be 1 year, and that's the right answer of your option A. Okay, this is the frequency of review on the basis of risk level. Okay, so do remember that this is the risk level 3, 6 months and 1 year for your high, average and low risk customer respectively. So right answer you have is A. Okay, next question we have, the operational guidelines regarding loans and advances contained in a bank's operations manual are based primarily on which of the following? Principle of credit, bank's loan policy, regulatory and legal framework. Only two, only one, both 1 and 3, all of the above. So the operational guidelines regarding the loans and advances that contained in a bank's operation manual, they are based on primarily on which of the following? And the right answer is on all of the above. On the principles of credit, on bank's loan policy, on regulatory and legal framework. So right answer will be your D, all of the above. Right answer is D, all of the above. Welcome to the official YouTube channel of Officer Study 24/7. So first of all, let me know how are you all, and also let me know is audio video both are okay, are we good to go? So as you know, we are having 6 AM class in which we are discussing your PPB, principles and practices of banking, for each and every unit of you. So we have started the module B. If I talk about the PPB subject, it's the principles and practices of banking, and it's the paper 2 of your JAIIB May 2024. And when we talk about paper 2, it means after IEIFS you will get only 1 week difference for your PPB, and in the 1 week we have to cover a lot in form of revision and last minute revision, I can say, or we can say we have to do everything in 1 week. And to make it possible that in 1 week we will cover the whole PPB syllabus in form of revision and all, for that you have to study right now in very depth. It means in a very much conceptual understanding way you have to cover this particular subject, because this subject is going to be very large. We have 4 modules, 55 units are there. It means 1000 pages books is actually it is, and if 1000 pages book we have to cover, we have to start very early. So if you haven't started yet, start preparing for your JAIIB May 2024 paper. Apart from that, if I talk about your if I'm talking about your JAIIB preparation, the PPB, if you haven't seen the earlier session, we have started these series, achiever series, for all the 4 subjects of you from 4th of December, and the playlist is available on Officer Study 24/7. So if you haven't seen the playlist yet, or if this is your first class, do make sure you check all the recordings of the sessions. It is available on the channel. Okay, so let's move forward, and today we are having the class number 5 of module B. So as I have told you, module A we have completed, and now we are continuing the module B class number 5 here. Okay, so if you haven't seen the earlier session, do check it, because all the units, all the topics, all the subtopics, everything is very much important for your JAIIB preparation. Everything have to be covered in the JAIIB preparation. Okay, so let's start. Today we have to cover the topic that is types of collateral and their characteristics. That's the module B class number 5. If I talk about the unit number, this is the unit 25th. If you talk about the overall unit, this is your unit number 25 for PPB, sorry, not IEIFS, out of 55 unit. Today we are talking about 25th unit, that's a part of your module B. And if we talk about the number of class we are having, this is the 5th class of module B. Okay, and you can say the topic name is types of collateral and their characteristics. So collateral is simply something we are talking about which you gives as a security. Collateral means something that you give as a security. If I am taking a loan, it's very obvious, without taking any security, bank won't be sanctioning me the loan. So the collateral is very important. Collateral is not there only in case when you find out that there is a certain government scheme going on in which third party or collateral free guarantee loan will be given to you. So only in the government securities firm, or I can say only in case of social welfare, there is collateral free loan is available. Otherwise, in all the condition you have to give the collateral. Okay, so let's start with the first question, that is asking about LTV ratio in case of loan against gold jewelry is dash. What should be the LTV ratio in case of your loan you are taking against the gold jewelry? So LTV actually is what? It is loan to value. It is what? It is loan to value. What should be the loan to value ratio is? So loan to value ratio is simply a financial metric. It compares the amount of loan to the value of an asset. Like your amount of loan the bank is providing to you, amount of loan, okay, when it compares the value of an asset you are giving for a security. So what amount of loan you are taking from a bank, and for that amount of loan, what value of an asset? Asset means whatever you are giving in a security. Like if you are giving gold in a security, like what's the value of your gold? When you compare these two, this is known as loan to value. And in case of gold jewelry, what should be the loan to value of your loan? 50%, 75%, 100%, 85%. So the right answer is 75%. Your loan to value ratio should be 75% if you are providing, or if bank is providing, or if you are taking loan on the gold jewelry. Okay, so right answer will be your B. Next question. Next we have loan against minor's term deposit. Now who is minor? Minor is a person who have not attained the age of 18 years yet. That person is known as minor. So after attaining the age of 18 years, you will be known as a major. Okay. So if you are taking loan against the minor's FD or the term deposit, what will be correct statement from here? First is saying can be granted if the documents are signed if the minor has completed the age of 14 years. Second, cannot be granted. It is saying can be granted. It is saying cannot be granted. So first of all, we should eliminate the answers. And if we talk about loan against the minor's term deposit, it can be granted. It is not like you cannot give on loan on that. You can give loan on that. So it means I can eliminate the B option here only. Okay, because it is starting with the cannot be provided. Okay, so B is eliminated. C is saying can be granted to the guardian of the minor if it is for the necessities of whom? Of the minor, and this is our answer. So on minor's term deposit, the term deposit you have on the name of a minor, it is allowed to provide loan on that, but only when this loan is taken by the guardian and for the purpose to fulfill the necessity of a minor. So your right answer will be C. It can be granted for the necessity of the minor. Right answer is C. Okay. Next question we have, that is talking about loans against the security of shares, debentures, public sector undertaking, bonds to individual should not exceed the limit of dash per individual borrower if the securities are held in the demat form. Demat form means electronic form. If you have securities in electronic form, that is known as demat form. Apart from that, shares you all know, in which you get the ownership, you get the partnership in the company. Your profit and loss depends on the company's profit and loss because you became the partner. Okay. Now, debenture is your debt instrument on which you are taking loan from the public. So you have to return within a certain specified period of time with the rate of interest. That's your debenture. And when it comes to the bonds or public sector undertaking, that is also same. If you are issuing bonds and debenture, they both are the debt instrument. They have to be returned by the company or bank or whoever is issuing the bonds and debenture within a maturity, for a fixed maturity period. After that ends, you have to return the money with the rate of interest. So now what is the amount here? It is it 10 lakh, 15 lakh, 20 lakh or 50 lakh? 10, 15, 20 and 50. So your right answer is actually 20 lakh. So loan against the security of shares, debenture, public sector undertakings, bonds to individual, it should not exceed the limit of what? 20 lakh. So your right answer will be C option. Okay, right answer we have is C. Next question. Next we have here that is talking about in terms of section 19(2) of Banking Regulation Act 1949, no banking company shall hold share in any company whether as pledgee, mortgagee or absolute owner of an amount exceeding 30% of the paid up share capital of the company or 30% of dash, whichever is less. Share held in a demat form should also be included for the purpose of determining the exposure limit. So what do you think? Which of the following is correct? So the section 19(2) of Banking Regulation Act 1949 says that the no banking company shall hold shares in any company, and that's true. You cannot, any bank, when you talk about any particular bank, no bank can take the shareholding of any company. Like bank cannot hold the share of TCS or any other company. Okay, that's the condition. And whether as pledgee or mortgagee or absolute owner, you cannot own that. Okay, of exceeding amount that is 30%. Up to 30% you can have, more than that is not allowed, of the paid up capital of the company, or the 30% of what? Own paid up share capital and reserves, tangible net worth, risk weighted asset, paid up capital. So paid up capital already defined, 30% is allowed. It is not true. Risk, why you will have a risk weighted assets ownership? No. Tangible net worth? No. It should be own paid up share capital and reserves. Whatever your own paid up capital is, of that 30% is allowed to hold in any company. Okay. So the right answer will be A option. Right answer is A option. If you remember, it is the same, what we can call it, the same rule is there with the insurance company as well. Adda said that no insurance company can hold more than 30% share of any banking company. But in case of LIC, when it purchased the IDBI, that was the exceptional case for which Adda have given the permission to hold more than 30% shares that have been taken by LIC, 51% share of IDBI, and it was allowed for a particular period of time. After it completes that period, that is 3 years, I guess, after that the shareholding have to be reduced. And now you can see the LIC is continuously reducing its shareholding, because this is the norm, this is the condition have been given by RBI as well as Adda for insurance company. Next question. Documents of title to goods has been defined in. So the document of title to goods has defined in which particular act? Indian Contract Act, Negotiable Instrument Act, Transfer of Property Act, Sale of Goods Act. A, B, C or D. So you are talking about a document of title to goods. So obviously it will be defined where? The Sale of Goods Act. So right answer we have is D. You have a right answer is D. So Sale of Goods Act talks about the documents of title to goods. Okay, next question. Next we have the nature of charge created while advancing against LIC policy is dash. It is what? Is it assignment? Is it lien? Is it pledge? Is it set off? So these are the type of collaterals we can say, and their characteristics we are talking about here. So the nature of charge created while advancing against what? The LIC policy. When you are providing loan, when you are giving loan to the particular party by taking collateral in form of LIC policy. In that situation, it will be known as what? The assignment, lien, pledge or set off. And the answer will be, it is the assignment. It's the assignment. Okay, because set off is when you use one account to settle down your credits. That's the set off when bank do that. Pledge is simply a type of collateral in which you give movable property whose possession remains with the lender and the ownership remains with the borrower. And lien is simply which gives the right to the bank that you can have the possession of the collateral until and unless customer returns the loan. Okay, so the right answer will be assignment because you are providing LIC policy, and the right answer is A. I guess clear? Next. Which of the following are the modes of financing book debts? Which of the following are the modes of financing book debts? Factoring, forfeiting, overdraft, cash credit, hypothecation of book debts, all of the above. So, which of the following can be used to do what? To simply finance the book debts? A, B, C or D? And the right answer is all of the. By all of the, you can finance your book debts. You can have factoring, you can have forfeiting, you can have overdraft, you can have cash credit against the hypothecation of book debts. Hypothecation is what? It is also a type of collateral in which the possession and ownership both remains with the borrower. Okay. And I guess factoring and forfeiting, I have told you so many times, it's simply the immediate cash banks provide to the seller, so that he can perform the another transaction. Now, so right answer will be D, all of the above. Okay, your right answer will be D. Next question. Next we have, which of the following is not a disadvantage of gold loan? Not a disadvantage. It means gold loan has its advantages as well as disadvantages. So, which of the following is not a disadvantage of your gold loan? First is saying valuation of studs, jewelry, fashion plated, coated, hollow ornaments are difficult. And this is true, right? This is actually the disadvantage. Like you feel that this is difficult to make the valuation of the gold jewelry. Testing for purity of gold without destructive test may not give precise result. And that is also true. This is also disadvantage. Until and unless you have destructive test, you won't be getting the actual value of gold. So, right answer, this is also true. This is also a disadvantage. Gold ornaments handling is risky due to likelihood of loss, theft, etc. And this is also true. When you are taking gold loan, you are providing your gold to the bank. The possession goes with the bank in that situation. It's an example of pledge. And in this situation, it is risky for the bank. What if someone have stolen this or something? This is also a disadvantage. Gold loan, it means right answer will be D. Gold can be easily stored in secured manner. This is true. This is the advantage. This is the advantage of providing gold loan. Rest were the disadvantages. So, right answer will be your D. Okay, right answer is your D. The last one is advantage, not a disadvantage. So, next question we have, which of the following statement is correct? Which of the following statement is correct? First is saying interim bills against which of the the government pays 80 to 85% of amount. Second is saying final bill for the balance of 15 to 20% that will be paid after complete verification of goods at the point of destination. Because of the delay involved in the settlement of final bills, bank should prefer the interim bill for advancing the final bill for collection. So, I can say both the statement are true. None of them is incorrect. Interim bills is actually the bill against which government pays 80 to 85% of the amount. And when you talk about final bills, it is the balance of 15 to 20% that will be paid after the completing verification of goods at the point of destination, because it can got delay, na? That's why. So, right answer is both are the correct statement about interim bill and the final bill. Okay, next. Next question is, which of the following types of life insurance policies are not acceptable as security due to certain condition attached to them? Like, which of the following life insurance policy is not cannot be used for the purpose of taking loan against them. Like, you cannot give them as a collateral, you cannot give them as a security. So, first is saying children endowment policy. Policies taken out specifically for purpose like estate duty. Then children deferred policy. Then we have policies with nomination under section 6 of the Married Women's Property Act and all. So, what do you think? I guess right answer is all. All these are such kind of life insurance policy which you cannot give as a collateral. It cannot be used as a collateral by you. So, the right answer will be E. Okay, right answer we have is E. Clear? Okay, so this is all for today. Now, before moving forward, let me know how many answers you have given right. And I guess till now you have taken the benefit of this resolution JAIIB batch or I guess the resolution that officers at 24/7 have taken, I guess you have taken advantage of that. If no, then what are you waiting for? This is the biggest deal of officers at 24/7 till now, and we cannot say when it will be coming again, or I can say minimum 1 year you have to wait for this deal, because all the mentors of yours have taken this resolution that we have to make sure that you will clear your JIB, CIB, or either you have a bank promotion exam with a good score. And for that we have taken this resolution, and our management have taken this resolution that we will provide the biggest deal of ever on the offices at 24/7, that is 85% discount. So till now there used to be 81% discount. The double validity is very common, it is available on a certain occasions for all of you, but the 85% is first time. Okay, so 85% discount is there on all the batches, and double validity is on the Mahapack with the 80% discount. How to enroll? To enroll, simply first download the Adda 24/7 application. After downloading the application, just go to the exam category here, that is JIB, CIB. Go to the JIB May 2024 and click on the view all option. You will find all the batches here. Okay, so you will find the resolution batch, individual subject batch are there, and the Mahapack is also there. And I would like to inform you, or I would like to suggest you, whenever you see this on application, go with the Mahapack, because this double validity make the best use of your money, and it gives you maximum value of your money. Okay, so first check what is available, what are the offerings of the product, do check the validity, click on the buy now option, and if you use this code you will get only 82% discount. To get more discount, use the code Y496, click on apply. Once you apply, you will find 84% discount is available, but 1% additional will be available if you use the coins available on your application. So 85% discount, 1 year validity by using the code Y496. This is your biggest discount till now. And after paying 5,000, you will be getting everything, all the JIB conceptual classes, class PDFs, topic wise test, full length mock test. Apart from that, you will be getting here all the old batches of May 2024 which have been completed or going on, and the future batches like the revision batch, your apart from revision batch, the power pack batch, everything is available for all of you in the Mahapack. So after enrolling here, you do not have to go anywhere else. Apart from that, I would also like to inform you, like the biggest use of money will be when you go for the JIB CIB Mahapack, because it is having double validity, and this double validity is not 1 year, this double validity is your 24 months, it means 2 years. So you can see 2 years validity is there, 85% discount is there by using this code, and 8,000 around something you have to pay. There you have to pay 5,000 for only JIB for only 1 year. Here you have to pay 8,000 for JIB, CIB both for 2 years. It means you are getting, in 2 years you are getting 4 attempts, okay, of JIB and CIB combined. Like you can use 2 attempts in the JIB, 2 attempts in the CIB, or you can use whatever, like as per your convenient. Like for example, if you have clear JIB in 1 go, then you can have 3 attempts for CIB. If you have clear JIB in 2 attempts, you will have 2 attempts for the CIB. So the 4 attempts are available in the JIB, CIB Mahapack for all of you with the 85% discount and double validity. So this is the biggest offer. So as per your convenience, the process is same. You can decide what particular batch you want to enroll. Apart from that, if you want to join these kind of sessions on regular basis, for that you have to subscribe the channel Offices Adda 24/7 and press the bell icon so that all the upcoming sessions notification will be given to you regularly. Apart from that, do remember the timing of PPB class is 6 p.m. and the timing of IEFS class is 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday, only on Offices Adda 24/7. Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you all for joining the session. Have a great day to all of you. And as we have entered the new year, again, a very happy new year to all of you. Thank you, everyone.